Sure.
Great. How do I know? I'm just gonna assume. Yeah, look, it says that we're live on Facebook.
Right now. This.
This is live.
Okay.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
This is the special episode. Not only is it later than usual because of technical difficulties, it's on Facebook because
time
of
change.
technical difficulties, and we're outside, and you're physically here.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't have a computer, so I had to come here. Yes. It's my first Zoom meeting.
I know. I'm so excited. It's your first Zoom meeting, and it's not even like a Zoom meeting.
I know. I don't know what the big deal is. This
You're like,
just seems like we're sitting in front of the
Normal
computer.
meeting. I don't get it.
I don't know.
So my first question, Tom, is what's not wrong with your life?
What's not wrong with my life?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not. I haven't gotten the coronavirus. That's good.
Yeah, that is good. That's a good thing to not be wrong with your life.
Sure.
With that, let's watch the theme song. Here we go. You have to hear it this way.
Welcome to Kristen's new talk show. It's really something, you know. There's a maybe there's a cat.
Is it playing slower than normal?
Yep.
Okay.
She's funny.
There it goes.
Oh, she's funny. Oh, she's funny. And maybe
Are you ready for this?
You know, it doesn't get old. Yeah, the song's over, but the video's
it's
still going.
New every time because the video's
Glitchy
stuttering.
every time.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna call that good.
Oh, all right.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on my show today, Tom. Tom Walsh is an improviser, a dad. You are an essential worker and our roommate, which
Right, all of those things.
worked out. So our first segment is there a cat near you? If so, please introduce us to the cat.
The cats that would be near me perhaps are in the window.
Yeah, they're on the other side of
Bitsy
the
and
fan.
Jerry.
Yep.
They'd like to come out and join us.
Yeah.
And that was Bitsy and Jerry in the intro.
Yes,
so
it was. So we've
you
already
can't
met
see
those
them
cats.
now, but you have seen them.
But you've had cats before.
I've I've
I might even
lived
say
with
that
other
you're a
cats.
cat person.
I've tended to live with cats.
Yeah, rather than a dog person.
I've lived in places where dogs weren't really allowed or wouldn't be handy to have a dog.
Right.
I wouldn't want to have a dog downtown and have to walk it on a leash multiple times a day. When I had a dog as a kid, we just let the dog out in the yard and the dog would just
You also
be in
said
the
that
yard.
happened with the cat too. So
Well, yeah, that was in the 70s. The cats just, they went out, they came back when they were done.
sure. Yeah,
Days later.
I don't have that experience.
Right.
No.
That
So
was the 70s.
I also don't have that experience.
Right.
Yeah. So what is a moment that you might have had?
Well, I was trying to think of it, and it was the other day when I was vacuuming my car.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And I was unraveling the cord. And you said, you don't need to do that. You just need to turn the thing. And I had always seen those things turning and turnable, but I'd never thought to remove the cord that way. And it was one of those very obvious but enlightening moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now your car is
I think I might
sparkling
have
clean.
said that out loud.
I think you did say it out loud. which counts. So we have a video today, right? This is My Mother Thinks I'm Funny. We have the joke section.
Right.
So the video we have today is from your daughter Susie.
That's right, yes.
I'm very excited to watch it. You haven't seen it, right?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Are we going to be able to hear that?
Well, we are if we hold this.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
I know. It's great. All right. Here we go, Susie.
Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? Don't worry, you just need a little space. A bear walked into a bar. He said, "Give me a whiskey and cola." The bartender said, "Why the big paws?" The bear shrugged and said, "I was born with them."
Those were great.
Yes, that's Susie, my 13-year-old.
Yes. Did you teach her those jokes?
No, I did not.
Okay.
She came across those herself.
Yes.
And very quickly, too, after I asked her to do it. I think the reply came within an hour.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Some people have taken days to, send jokes in and get back. So that's good. But she's a performer as well.
Yes, she is. She's a singer
Right.
in one of those rock and roll bands.
So, do your kids think you're funny?
Yes, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
I think sometimes a lot of people I talk to, they're like, my kids tolerate my humor, but your kids actually think you're funny.
Oh yeah, they come to shows. They enjoy going to shows. Think it's worth, it's worth seeing. It's funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, did your mom think you were funny?
Moderately.
Moderately.
Yes.
Not all the way?
Well, I wasn't,
You
I
weren't
wasn't
gonna.
famous.
You weren't gonna.
I
Make
wasn't
it big.
someone who would be on stage and she wouldn't speak to while I was on stage. She did that. So
Wait, what?
she would speak to me while I was on stage from the audience, like there were no other people there.
So it was.
Spit out your gum. So
while you were in the middle of an improv scene.
yes. She. I wasn't funny enough to be quiet for, but I was funny enough to go see. So moderately funny.
That's kind of sweet.
I took her to shows, stand-ups. I took her to Bill Cosby.
You took your mom to Bill Cosby.
Yeah, we were right down front too. Saw Bill Cosby.
And was she quiet?
Yes, listened to every word he said. Laughed. He was, a humorous dude
Sure.
in person
Sure.
at that time.
If you didn't have to go backstage with him, I
Right.
imagine so.
Yeah, I mean the lights stayed on the whole time,
Right.
and nobody get near our drinks. So it was all right.
And she enjoyed Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I mean, I also took her to Bobcat Goldthwait. Front and center at Bobcat Goldthwait, and Bobcat made fun of my mother.
Oh. And was
I
she
take
fine
that
with
back.
it?
No, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't Bobcat. It was Howie Mandel. Howie Mandel made fun of my mother.
Wow.
Yes, front and center at Howie Mandel. And yes, he made fun of my mother. It was
And-
great. It was in the paper.
Really?
Yes.
Him making fun
name,
of her?
yes.
Her name was in the paper?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. What did he make fun of her for?
Well, he asked her name, and then he repeated, her name was Sally.
Right?
And he said, Stanley? And she said, no, Sally. And he said, I thought the tits were real. So that was the,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. That's a good bit.
Then he, went into, what do you do for work and that kind
Sure.
of thing. But, yeah.
Then he interrogated her, did some crowd work.
Yep, did some crowd. Well, that was his thing. That was his shtick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't
I
say
know,
I've
now
ever
he's bald
watched
and is on
any
TV.
Howie Mandel
Right.
stand up. I didn't even know he did stand up.
That's how he's, yeah.
I didn't
He
know.
did a lot of prop comedy. He had a bag that was shaped like a hand, and he said, it was his handbag. And he would end with putting a rubber glove on his face, so down here so he could blow it up, and it would blow up and then shoot off his head. I grew up with intellectual comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like now, though, your comedy it's fairly intellectual. I mean, I don't know. Would you say that you are an intellectual comic?
Sure. Try to play to the, play to the smartest person in the room. That's the rule.
Sure.
You want to do that. So, I try.
That's good.
It's not always successful. Sometimes you need to,
Make a fart joke?
go low. Yeah,
Yeah.
do a fart joke.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
those are unanimously funny with all age groups.
Like, I think I said it on the last episode, farts are funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's this week's theme.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, I ask people, what they're working on and want to share. Now, you are an essential worker, but you are on vacation this week.
That's correct. That's why I was, able to fit this show into my busy schedule
Of course.
going to work and then coming home. Yeah, I work at a hospital.
Yeah.
I'm essential. Yeah.
But in the meantime, you've also become quite an avid wildlife watcher, I would say.
Yes, I've had a lot of time to, this week especially on vacation, look out the back window, where we're sitting now, and notice a family of groundhogs. At least one, perhaps 2, 3 families of groundhogs in the area. A lot of groundhogs, a lot of birds. Saw
You've got
3
your
hawks
binoculars
earlier.
out.
Yes, got the binoculars out. And this is all earning credits toward my old man diploma. These are my old man classes. We're near the airport, so I can see the planes coming in and leaving.
Oh, good. Okay. What are the categories? Like, what do you need? What kind of different credit categories are there for your old man diploma?
Maps.
Oh, you have that.
have that. I love maps.
Yep.
I study the airplanes coming in and out.
Good.
I know when the big one comes in.
Sure.
6:30.
Yep.
In the morning, FedEx.
Yep.
Let's see. Shouting at people while I'm driving.
Okay.
That sort of. My kids love that. They
Okay.
do. They love that. And what was the other? Just
Wildlife watching.
paying attention to the backyard.
Nice. Yeah.
Mowing.
Yes, you mow. Thank you. I feel like there's also kind of the hidden category. Sometimes we have Dad Tom teaches us about stuff.
Occasionally, yes.
Where
It's
you kind of teach us about stuff.
it's a unique situation where I, as a 50-something-year-old man, living with people younger than me, who aren't my children,
Right?
and so it does lend itself to teaching sometimes.
Right. Like
Yes.
we have Saturday morning occasionally. Dad Tom teaches us about music,
Right.
where you just pull up different music videos to
Right.
show us.
This is when MTV played music videos, and here are some that I grew up watching.
Right. And
And now they're on the oldies station, so, and you're aware of them, but there are the videos
there are the videos.
from the 80s.
Well, I feel like we've gone down some interesting kind of rabbit holes. Like we discovered Fanny.
The band Fanny. I was not aware of Fanny, that
Right.
they were a band, and they were apparently influential for David Bowie and
And like
some other
female
people.
rockers
And they were
as
from Seattle?
well.
Or
No, I think
Portland?
I
They were
think,
from the Northwest.
no, I think they're from Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay. They're from the West.
they're from the West. That's correct.
All right.
Yes, but from Sacramento, which was I thought very interesting. But yeah, no, we have how you are actually quite a big music aficionado, I would say.
Okay.
Well, I would say that you've got
Well, I
like
say
an-
buff. You say
oh,
aficionado. But that's
Sure,
fine.
it's the $3 word. $5 word. I don't know how much inflation is. How
It's
much
different
words are
in
worth
these
anymore.
times.
Yeah. But you have the big old iPod.
Yeah, the antique iPod.
Yep.
That the battery doesn't work anymore,
Right.
so it has to be plugged into power source.
Right. As well as, I would say, hundreds of records.
Yeah, probably about 1,000. I culled them out. I got rid of about a third of them, like a year ago, 2 years ago.
And you still have about 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants some rare punk,
Yeah. So I was
Fucking-
you're into punk and reggae, and so how did you first get into music and into like these bands?
I started listening to the Clash in high school, and that and the Ramones and like the early punk, but the Clash actually talks about a lot of other influences on them, and so I would listen to that as well, the reggae, the dub, and that sort of thing, and just find music like that. I'd advise people to buy compilation albums. That's what I used to do in the before times at Goodwill, buy compilation albums. And if you like like a song or an artist, then you can follow up on that.
Right.
But a compilation album, it's like $2 for, 15 songs.
Yeah. And I mean that's like some of my favorite albums actually have been compilation albums that I've like discovered music on. Whether it's the Millennium box set
Soundtracks.
soundtracks, yep. Well, the Millennium one's not a soundtrack, but that was like $20 for 5 discs at Tower
You know.
Records.
Was it in a metal case or in a cardboard case?
It was like a cardboard kind of case, but you know, they're great. Like the
Sure.
hip hop album, the funk album,
Yes.
classic rock.
All the bases
very
are covered.
good. All
Yes.
very good. No punk though. It took me a while to like figure out punk and the Clash. Probably high school as well.
Yeah.
So that I think brings us to kind of towards the end, which is our engage your impulses moment, where I talk about like ways you have engaged your impulses. You know, just something spontaneous that you felt like doing and did it, because why the hell not? I don't know that I have anything, you know, between Tuesday and today. I'm sure that there are things, but it's hard to be like purposeful and think about it.
Scheduled spontaneity.
Well, not like schedule spontaneity, but look back and be like, oh yeah, that was something I did just because I wanted to and had an impulse to do it. But so do you have anything that you've done, I mean, especially this week with you being on vacation, that was maybe like an engage your impulses
Well,
moment?
yes. I mean, we took a drive. That was sort of impulsive. We
kind of planned it, but
kind of planned it, but I mean, to actually go and do it, we took a drive to Topsom, Maine.
yeah, went to that Goodwill.
In Topsom, Maine. And we tried to go to Fat Boys, but it was closed.
Yep.
Because it was Tuesday. And then we tried to go to the other place that was even better looking drive-in, and that
Was
appeared to be
closed
open. There
because
were
it was
people
closed.
there, but there were no workers there.
Right.
There's just people waiting for nothing. We only waited 10 minutes.
I don't know that we even made it 10 minutes. I think it was like 5. So, any other final, like, things that you wanted to talk about?
Wear your masks.
Yeah.
Just, I mean,
So that you don't
It
have to
seems
be,
to-
like, get another old man badge?
it seems to be the bare minimum. Yeah, I mean, I've taken the bodies to the morgue. You know, I've done that. No, I. Sorry, I guess it was darker than you were intending. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be the least you can do, like, you know, to help everybody.
I remember you. That's not your job now, but that used to be your job.
Yeah, I did that when I worked in the operating room.
Yeah.
On occasion, people would not make it, and
Right.
they got to go to the morgue.
Yeah.
And nobody else liked doing it, so I got to do it.
Got to.
Got to, yes.
Because you
It's
could listen to
quiet.
music
It's
on the
quiet.
way down.
Well, no, that was back in the Walkman days, and I
Oh,
would
sure.
not have wanted to drag a Walkman along with the. That wouldn't have looked good. That would not have been a good look. Pushing this great big thing with the dead person inside, bopping along, listening to Iron Maiden on the Walkman.
Yeah, probably better. Probably better not to. Yeah. But so, yeah, wear your masks.
Yeah,
good.
wear your masks.
Yeah.
Be nice to each other.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe someday we'll do a series about Dad Tom teaches you about stuff.
Yeah, sure, that'll be fun.
Okay.
Make macaroni and cheese.
Have you made mac and cheese? I don't remember. Well, with that, I'm gonna
Is that it?
play
Is
the
it still
outro.
on?
It's still out. It's still on, Tom.
Oh,
I know. Well, I play the outro.
well, because I don't know. I can't see myself anymore, so I.
Yeah, that's true. But here we go. Like playing the little, like, ukulele. Theoretically. Oh no, it must be playing upstairs on the speakers that I have upstairs. You know,
So is
today
this-
is not a tech day,
No.
but that's okay. We did a thing. We had a show. It was on Facebook. But maybe that'll encourage people to look at the other episodes on YouTube.
Sure, yeah.
You've watched some of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Some
Your-
are okay.
The one with your mother was probably the first. Was definitely the first one. Was
Yes.
probably the best.
Thanks.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, you can't top
Every
it.
morning find me moaning
No. Okay.
because of
Well,
all the
thanks for
trouble
being on
I
my talk show.
see. Life's a